So picture this. You're in the produce section, and there it is. That small, unassuming little thing sitting quietly in the corner, while everyone reaches past it for kale and spinach, and whatever superfood is trending this week. And you think, yeah, I'll pass. But what if I told you that tiny vegetable, the one that's been overlooked since ancient Rome, might be doing something quietly powerful for the bodies of people in their 40s, 50s, and beyond? Not in a wellness influencer way. I mean, backed by science, published in medical journals kind of way. Stay with me, because if you're over 40 or heading there, this one genuinely matters. Why 40 is the turning point. First, why specifically 40? Because your body at 40 is not the same machine it was at 25. Your metabolism slows, chronic inflammation quietly builds, blood sugar regulation becomes less efficient, your gut microbiome starts to shift. The World Health Organization confirms cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of death globally, and risk accelerates dramatically after 40. The International Diabetes Federation estimates over 537 million adults worldwide are living with type 2 diabetes, with the highest prevalence in the 45 to 64 age bracket. So when we talk about what food can do for your body after 40, we're not talking aesthetics. We're talking the trajectory of your long-term health. And that's exactly where the radish walks in. Blood sugar. Let's start with blood sugar. Probably the most underestimated health crisis of our time. Radishes contain glucosinolates and naturally occurring CoQ10. Research has confirmed anti-diabetic effects of radishes across decades of study, suggesting this may be due to their ability to promote glucose uptake. Effect: hormonal-induced glucose metabolism and reduce glucose absorption in the intestine. None of this means replacing your doctor's advice. What it means is that, as a regular dietary habit, radishes are working at the biochemical level on one of the most pressing concerns for people over 40. That's significant. Your heart. Radishes provide more than 20% of your daily value for potassium, which helps control blood pressure and lowers overall risk of heart disease. One vegetable contributing over 1/5 of what your heart needs that day, just in potassium alone. They're also a great source of anthocyanins, flavonoids that have been positively associated in numerous studies with reducing the occurrence of cardiovascular disease. That deep ruby color on a red radish isn't just visual. It's biological activity. And radishes contain nitrates, which can improve blood flow. As we age, arterial flexibility decreases and blood pressure creeps up. Nitrates in food are one of the tools researchers are actively studying as natural vascular support. Beets get all the attention for this, but radishes belong in that same conversation. Your gut. Can we talk about digestion? Because everyone over 40 has felt the shift. Things that never bothered you suddenly do. This is real and biological. Your gut microbiome becomes less diverse with age, and that's been linked to inflammation, mood disorders, and metabolic disease. Research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry shows radish bioactive compounds can improve gut health, alleviate metabolic diseases, and offer anti-cancer properties, and specifically on radish greens. One study found their polysaccharides had a higher prebiotic activity score than inulin, increasing short-chain fatty acid production. Those fatty acids are essentially the fuel your gut lining runs on. Radishes are feeding that process. Your liver. Detox gets thrown around carelessly online, but your liver genuinely does detoxify your body. That's real biology. And after 40, with modern diets, alcohol, medications, and environmental exposure, liver support is worth thinking about. Radishes contain compounds called indole-3-carbinol and 4-methylthio-3-butenyl isothiocyanate, which help trigger enzymes that assist the liver in clearing harmful toxins. A 2012 study also suggested white radish enzyme extracts may help protect against liver damage. These are real compounds doing real measurable work on one of your most important organs. Quick pause here if you're finding this useful. Hit that like button. It helps this reach more people and takes literally 1 second. Okay, back to it. Inflammation and aging. Chronic inflammation is now considered one of the primary drivers of aging itself. Researchers call it inflammaging. That slow, persistent, low-grade inflammatory state that grows as we get older and connects directly to heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and arthritis. Like other brassicas, radishes contain compounds shown to reduce inflammation and protect cells from premature aging. Half a cup also delivers about 14% of your daily vitamin C, an antioxidant that fights free radicals and plays a key role in collagen production. When you're eating radishes consistently, you're sending a regular delivery of anti-inflammatory, collagen-supporting compounds to a body that, after 40, is increasingly dealing with oxidative stress, weight, and metabolism. Metabolism slows with age. That's not a myth, it's biology. And managing weight after 40 becomes harder for most people, regardless of where you're from or what your background is. Radishes are extraordinarily low in calories, about 12 per half-cup serving, virtually no fat, and high in water content, which contributes to satiety. At the biochemical level, radish greens, polysaccharides have been shown to inhibit fat accumulation in fat cells. So you have a food that's negligible in calories, fills you up, feeds your gut bacteria, and is actively interfering with the process by which your body accumulates fat. For someone over 40 watching their metabolic health, this deserves a regular spot on the plate. Cancer protective compounds. This one I want to handle carefully. I never want to overstate what science says, but the science here is real. Like other cruciferous vegetables, radishes contain compounds that help purge cancer-causing substances and prevent tumor development. They're thought to help protect, particularly against colon, kidney, stomach, and oral cancers. An ethanol extract from radish has been shown to combat human breast cancer cells, and its sulforaphane content is believed to play a key role. It's also shown activity against colorectal and esophageal cancer cells. Does this mean radishes prevent cancer? No. But glucosinolates, isothiocyanates, sulforaphane, these are some of the most intensively studied cancer-protective plant compounds in modern nutritional science, the same ones that make broccoli famous. And radishes are loaded with them. How to actually eat them? Practical time. The simplest way is raw, sliced thin in a salad, on tacos, alongside grilled fish. You can also pickle them, which is incredibly popular across Korea, Japan, and Mexico, and adds a layer of fermentation benefit for your gut. And don't throw away the leaves. Radish greens have more fiber, protein, vitamin C, and calcium than the roots themselves. Nearly 4 times more flavonoids and twice the vitamin C. Saute them in olive oil with garlic like spinach. Throw them into a stir-fry. Half a cup of radishes a day is a solid, consistent target. That's it. The radish is not glamorous. It doesn't have a marketing budget. It doesn't cost $12 at a health food store, but it's been used medicinally for thousands of years. By ancient Greek physicians, in traditional Chinese medicine, in Ayurvedic practice, and modern science, is now confirming those traditions were onto something real. For people over 40, the benefits stack in a way that's hard to ignore: blood sugar regulation, cardiovascular support, liver function, gut health, anti-inflammation, weight management, and cancer protective compounds, all in one crunchy vegetable that costs almost nothing. Stop walking past the radishes. Give it 3 weeks. Pay attention to how your body responds. I think you'll be surprised. If this is the kind of content you come here for, evidence-based, no fluff, genuinely useful, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. And if you know someone in their 40s or 50s who'd find this helpful, share it with them. It costs nothing, and it might mean more than you think. See you in the next one.